Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you that are part of this great, massive army of enlightened warriors that are taking back the nations. And it's great to have with me Mercedes Sparks and the ever-illuminous Carl Wallnau and Jonathan, our trusty scribe, who is got the, I like your headset. It's always kind of, you look like you're landing planes over there. The rest of us don't look like we're properly attired for this show.
Well, that's your job, Lance.
Land that plane. As I tell my staff, don't ever give this. They all kind of go like that. Land the plane. It makes me very frustrated. So I'm not going to do the story that everyone wants me to talk about the baby formula, because I've got 5 different reports on baby formula. Clearly, the fact that, I don't know, is this because like 3/4 of my team back there are all, could it be because the women are, is this a big story for you?
It's a huge story.
All right, okay.
It's a huge story for Americans. Why are you being sexist about it?
It's a huge story, and you're like, I'm not going to talk about it.
What is this, just the women care? Like,
No.
Does women care about babies? I mean, what is this? You women and babies?
No, it's like I'm going
there.
through show prep, and it's like, no, Amazon won't supply the baby formula.
Well,
Why it's not safe to make your own baby formula. Major baby formula plants should be reopened. I'm going, this is the news today? It's all about...
No, I had a whole setup I was going to do, and now we've just blown through it. That's okay. Next time I just won't tell you what I'm going to talk about.
Okay, well, what's the story with the baby formula?
Well, there's a national shortage. There's multiple states where you can't even get formula. And so if you have, a baby and you can't nurse that baby for whatever reason, it's very, very difficult for a lot of moms. And so it is really relevant, in my opinion, because this is the View audience. These are the women who at times buy into that whole narrative of like, Trump bad, Biden good, and it's just, but now it's hitting them where they care the most. It's these, you can't feed your kids. The Biden administration has so bungled the handling of this. We just sent $40 billion over to the Ukraine, but we didn't prioritize
50 total.
We didn't prioritize ensuring that mothers would be able to feed their
children. Did you hear
children.
his sarcastic comment? He said, I'm sorry we aren't clairvoyant. We couldn't see this problem coming.
Well, and you know what, Dan Crenshaw, for all Dan Crenshaw is worth, at least had a really good tweet where he said, fix the formula shortage now, expedite the investigation and reopen the closed plant in Michigan. So that's what this whole story was about, Lance, that the FDA, they had to close one of the Similac plants, which is like a powder-based, you mix it up with water and you feed your baby. There was contamination in like at least two cases of it. So they shut the whole plant down, which is one of the reasons there's not enough formula going around.
And listen, there's a little debate about that contamination too. I mean, it's not like it's an open and closed case.
So you do know about this.
Well, I mean, I do, because I was trying to say, what's the big deal? Now, Bette Midler said, hey, mothers, just go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way, breastfeed.
But some women can't. Like for my mom, she was telling me when my brother, when he was a baby, she couldn't produce enough milk to feed him. And so sometimes you just can't. And so that's where formula comes in and helps supplement. Some women just aren't even able to produce. But here's what he said. So I'm going to finish Dan's tweet. And then, so that was one thing. The other thing was, too, the FDA needs to approve safe, quality European baby formula and import it. And then the third one was DHS needs to tell us what supply they have, and immediately, because there's a congresswoman who tweeted out that at the border, there's illegal immigrants who have baby formula. They have it all stocked up on shelves. Meanwhile, Americans don't have the ability to buy formula. So it's a really big controversy. And so I wanted to bring it up. But one of the things that I think only adds to fear mongering are the 2 articles you just referenced. So Dan said, hey, import it. So here we have, this is probably a local news article, AP Wire. It says Amazon Canada won't ship baby formula orders to U.S. parents, meaning Amazon won't ship it themselves. And so that's silly. That's a law that needs to be revoked and fix the problem. And then and even in Europe, why can't we import it? Then they had this crazy thing the media is putting out, and it says why it's not safe to make your own baby formula. What the heck do these people think happened before Similac even existed? Before we, production lined every single thing. And it's today. It's the website today. And it says it's not safe to make your own baby formula. What are they even talking about? How do they think humans survived before we had production factories and plants? You know, it's like it's goat's milk. It's mixing certain ingredients together to give the baby nutrients. Like there's all sorts of stuff online. But this just, to me, it's just fear mongering.
So do you buy the story that the government has put all this stuff down there on the border for illegals?
Yeah, no, that's like a fact. That was a congresswoman who tweeted out that picture. That's actually
maybe we
happening.
can get that in post. We'll put that up on the screen so
Yeah.
people can see it.
Yeah, and so that's what Dan says. It's like, well, get in contact with DHS. How much baby formula do you have? Because it's a real crisis in a number of states. I mean, you go 6-7 hours, you can't find anywhere with baby formula. So again, it's just the bungling of priorities by this administration. And like you said, it's like we didn't know that this was coming. We couldn't proactively have said, hey, let's go ahead. Because like the idea that the FDA is more a safeguard for food than the Europe is laughable. You know, I mean, that's one of the arguments that's made. It's like, well, the FDA hasn't approved it. It's like Europe's food and drug standards are way better than ours. I mean, you look at the back of like a ketchup bottle in the States versus a ketchup bottle in Europe, and you know exactly what all these natural ingredients are in Europe. And here you're like, well, I can't even say this word. I mean, it's just the wildest stuff that's in the ingredients. So anyways, I wanted to bring it up because it is a big deal. People have been asking you to talk about it, so.
Hey, what you're watching right now is a segment. It's merely an excerpt out of our podcast. If you want to get the whole message, the entire interesting commentary that is coming to you right now, go to lancewallnau.com/podcast and get the entire unedited version of the message. Hello, friends. You know, you might notice me drinking out of my new oh boy mug. This is the oh boy cup that my staff said. You say that a lot. I didn't know I say that, but this is the Lance Wallnau Show stuff we have. It's people always want to know, well, can we get a Lance Wallnau Show hat? Well, you got the hat right there. And Mercedes, they can also get the notebook where I put my notes in, and we put our stack of stuffed notes in here. And this is where you can get your notebook. Join me with my cup of coffee. There, you can even wear the hat, which I have to wear sometimes because I'm noticing my hair does get dried out in the Dallas sun.
Does it?
But your hat looks a little different than mine. What's going on there?
Oh, this is the special Lance Wallnau Show Mercedes Sparks edition with Mercedes Sparks and very small lettering underneath. I'll have you see. It's, you know, your name is clearly the prominent name, but just underneath with Mercedes Sparks. By request, I would say at this point. People are begging us for this edition of the hat, only followed by demands for hats for Carl's name on it or
Jonathan?
the other guy, which is Jonathan. So yeah, it's fun.
Well, we're starting a trend. And by the way, you can go there and find out all about the With Mercedes Sparks hat if you'd like to get that. And if you have this apparel on, by the way, when you come to our arena events, which are 10,000 and 12,000 people at a time now with our various shows that we're doing, you can, if you're wearing the hat, you get 10% off. The predictive book, God's Chaos Code, still a bestseller, over 100,000 sold, predicting the Billy Graham moment. We're heading into an America right now, which is the turn of the populist movement and the rising of a movement to break the power of communism when government starts to conspire against the MAGA movement. We wrote about all this stuff. We wrote about this before the election that we all know was stolen. So, Lance Wallnau, oh, look at this. Best-selling author with Mercedes Sparks. All along, you've been demonstrating this tendency to get your name.
Or have you been demonstrating the tendency?
Oh, have I been demonstrating?
That there is a secret sauce behind
that's true.
a lot of the Wallnau success.
That's why we put your name up there, because you did help us get the book over the finish line. As you said, before the election is better than after. I said, oh, details. All right, you want to go to lancewallnau.com/stuff, STUFF, or /merch, MERCH, or
swag.
swag. I was going to say stash. Swag, SWAG. I know in my head it was stash, but thank God I didn't say that. All right, we'll be. And you want to come right back to do it now? Don't forget it. Do it now. If you wear this, 10% off on our product table. 10% off if you got the merch at any product table for any live event. Talk to you later. Bye bye.